Hi there, my name's Sam Fowler. I'm reporting on behalf of E Speaks Freely. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here today because we haven't managed to clone her just yet, but we're in Folkestone, Kent. There's a protest going on here, anti-migration. I believe the organisers are called NEFD. Not too sure about who they are or what they do, so today we're going to be trying to find out. And on behalf of E Speaks Freely. No? Okay, alright. Alright, let's go ask some other people. I just wanted to ask you why you're here today and if you could give your thoughts on the situation.
Who do you work for, mate?
E Speaks Freely. Well, it's
impartial.
we try to be as impartial as we can be. So, I mean, of course, right? Like, there's always going to be bias.
I'm against illegal immigration. I'm not against migration. I'm against illegal migration. I'm getting men from other countries making our streets unsafe for our women and our children. That's what I'm against. That's it. End of story.
How do you feel about like the numbers of, say, for example, legal migration? Do you find that, like, perhaps, even though it's understandable why you'd be upset about the current situation, do you think that it only goes as far as illegal migration?
No, it goes further. But to be honest with you, mate, I don't really want to talk anymore, mate.
Okay, no, that's absolutely fine, no problem. That's all right. If I could get your thoughts on the situation, why you're here today, why you're showing our flag today.
Well, usual thing is illegal immigrants coming into this country, getting 5-star luxury, or not necessarily in this one, but still housed at our expense.
Sure.
Hundreds, thousands, millions, probably billions now, money,
Billions, yeah.
Wasted on these unvetted fucking people coming in here.
Yeah.
When we should be looking after our own people.
Cool. No, absolutely.
Elderly people who are getting cold this winter, even last winter. They should be giving the money to them, looking after them.
Veterans and
veterans, our own children. Keir Starmer says he's going to get children out of poverty. What, by putting our taxes up so we can pay for these and them? Get rid of them, and then we can start paying for our own people properly.
Do you think it seems strange that even though we're an economy that is gradually declining, that we find money for seemingly the rest of the world?
Oh yeah, 100%. You think of all the millions that have been spent into Pakistan the other week just for contraception. I mean, why do we need to send money to Pakistan for contraception? Look after our own people. In this country, like I say, veterans are all going to shit because they're living on the streets not being looked after.
How do you feel about the recent budget? Do you find that the outcome is something that you're in disagreement with?
Terrible. Terrible. They should be sacked.
Just relying on the CV alone, right?
yeah, I bet, yeah. They're all just lying turds just to fill their own pockets. Mainly, look at them, they've all lied. I'm not saying just Labour, all politicians lie to get into office and fill their own pockets.
Yeah.
They should all be kicked out and a whole new set of people put in there. Proper business people like what's his name? Alan Sugar.
Alan Sugar, yeah.
And Richard Branson, built from nothing. Whether they be any good as politicians, who knows? But at the end of the day, they're people who've grown up in without silver spoon up their arse like half these fucking politicians.
It's a bit of a catch-22 where the people who end up in power are the ones who go to successful educational institutions and have like the money to like promote themselves successfully, but it means that like the proletariat is always going to be oppressed by the oligarch to a certain extent. How do we solve that problem? Do you feel like there's a solution that you may have thought of, or is this like we just have to like stand for what we believe in until we're able to change things?
Oh yeah, stand for what we believe in until we can change things, of course. But yeah, I mean, first thing is get Labour out. That would be my number one thing. Where give reform a chance. People who aren't voting for reform because they don't like some of the views of Nigel Farage's party, but give him a chance. We don't know if he's going to do any good or not.
I mean,
give him a chance.
I see what you say there.
Party, isn't it?
I think some of the counter on, at least on the right, for reform will often be centred around the deputy leader being Mohammed Zia Youssef, believing that it might be a degree of controlled opposition involved here. Even though, when you hear him, he has a lot of alignment with, the people here and the sentiment of the country. But how do you feel about that situation?
I mean, Zia Youssef, he's of whatever it was, Sri Lankan heritage or something, I suppose, isn't he?
Yeah.
To me, you know, like how can people be calling Reform a racist party and everything when you've got someone like that who's quite high up in it and fighting for British values? He's come over from, Sammy's come over from Sri Lanka, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sri Lanka, yeah.
They're not necessarily Christians, but they adjust to Christian values. They might not believe in Christianity, but at least they adjust to it and want to
Like make a change perhaps.
Yeah.
To get it right then, so you're saying that it's actually a benefit to us because it proves that this is more than simply just a racist type of thing, right? It's actually deeper than that, and the proof is in the pudding with someone like Zia Youssef.
Yeah, of course, yeah. No,
Amazing.
yeah.
So I guess my last question for you, sir, today at the minute is what do you think is like the ultimate purpose? A lot of people look at the situation and say, you know, this is happening in Canada, Australia, America, obviously, who's dealt with it a lot, even parts of Japan. Do you think this is potentially like something on a global scale? And what do you think is at play here?
Not being funny, they leave all the not all Muslim countries are shitholes, but they seem to turn them into complete shitholes. They leave there because Sharia law's so bad, but then they come to England and they want Sharia law and want to try and take over.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Have a lovely day. Okay. So I can see actually over here that there's a pro-migration group here. I guess we can maybe just go over and try and speak to them and see what they say. I just wanted to know why you're out today and if I could get some time to speak with you.
Show solidarity to the people in the barracks at the moment. I know some of them, and I know some of them, and I just don't want people shouting at them, calling them rapists and telling them to go away. That's all.
Okay. Is there like no cases of this occurring? Is it like that this is about a wider sentiment, or is it specifically about here in Folkestone?
I think these are popping up all over the place, and I think they support refugees, asylum seekers, anywhere.
Okay, interesting. I'm just curious as well as to why you're like yourself and a lot of your team here is covering the face. Like I believe that if there's an extent of
It's because
anti-racism.
of being doxxed by these people, being followed home, things like that.
Oh, okay. So it's more about the safety on the side of these people as opposed to say.
Yeah, we don't know. Yeah, we don't particularly trust them.
Right, and it's like not so much about like job losses, that sort of thing. It's more about like them doxing you and then finding you, etc.
Completely happy, but yeah.
Okay, interesting. No, I really appreciate your time. Thank you. Excuse me, miss. Hi. Can you just give a breakdown as to why you're out here today, showing solidarity with the people in the hotels?
I hate the idea of people of our country being divided, and I think we're all human and we should all be out, we should all be supporting each other, welcoming each other, looking after each other. Britain's made up of immigrants.
Sure.
We're all immigrants.
When you say all, how wide is that referring? Is that like the world or is that certain nations?
I think as every nation should try and help. I think it's our duty. We're humans. We help other humans who are struggling.
I understand. So you see it more as like a moral imperative to help those who are in distress. Okay, no, understandable. Do you believe that even if there is a nation who might be suffering economically, that they still have that moral imperative to assist?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that that could ultimately lead to the demise of a nation if you allow that to continue to happen?
No.
Can you explain perhaps further as to why you believe that's the case? Because a lot of people on this side of the fence may argue back and say along the lines of something like there's a lot of struggles economically. Veterans is one thing I've heard a lot. What's your sort of response to that?
I think this happened through history all the time, and when people are feeling understandably poor, struggling, they want someone else to blame, and they look at refugees and the downtrodden. It's actually the wealthy, powerful people in this country that we need to go against, and that's my view.
So you're more on the side of like your priority is more about taxing the rich as opposed to say deporting people.
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe that they are mutually exclusive issues?
Can you explain?
So, like, do you believe that, like, you need to have one over the other, or maybe, like, both are, like, equally feasible in an economy?
I can't answer that.
Okay, all right, no, that's absolutely fine. Thank you so much for your time. I just wondered if you'd be interested to speak with me today on why you're here.
I took grab one of the organisers. Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah.
No, that's absolutely fine. Sure, yeah, absolutely, sir. Like, no problem at all. Hi there. Hi there. I just wondered if you'd like. Do you believe? Do you believe that this is a race issue, and if so, why? I don't think she's prepared to speak. Let's see if we can find someone else who might be. Hi there. I just wondered if you'd be interested to speak on why you're here today.
I'm here today because I believe that people should be treated in the best way possible under the circumstances, which are very difficult. There are people in this country who are in very difficult circumstances, and there are people all over the world who are in very difficult circumstances, and we should lend a helping hand to all of them, regardless of where they come from or what their race is. We are all human beings, and we should behave like them.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you giving your opinion today. So to further on that then, do you believe that our efforts to support and accept everyone in the world should extend to like the entire world and those who are in need across the planet?
The thing we have to think about is that with climate change, the mobility, the movement of people across the world is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's not something that we can physically stop. We cannot stop people coming to our country. What we have to do is work together with other nations to try to form some plans that will actually help this situation. We have got to open our doors to people from all over the world, because the amount of habitable land is going to shrink as climate change takes a greater hold on the world, and we have got to work towards solutions to this.
Okay, so just to make sure, because I don't want to mince words with you, okay? Am I right in saying that your concern is that over time, as things continue, maybe on the climate side to worsen, that we're going to see max exoduses from different countries, and it's our imperative to change policy in order to support and accommodate that process?
We all have to work together for solutions to the world's problems.
Okay, absolutely. Do you believe that that hand should be extended even when we might be struggling economically ourselves?
Yes.
Do you believe that that could potentially cause like economic unrest and civil unrest?
I believe that there are ways that we can do things differently, which are not beyond the realm of possibility. But we have people here in this country that we are trying to process through the system. We're trying, the government is trying its best to speed things up, but nevertheless there are a lot of people spending time here who don't know what their futures are, and we have to give them positive, useful, constructive activity, in my view.
Okay.
And there are ways in which that can, I'm sure, be achieved.
Sure. So, where do you believe the priorities should be focused instead, if not on asylum seekers, refugees?
I'm not sure I understand.
So, one of the sentiments that I see a lot with counter-protest is like taxing the rich and this side of things. Is that something you would particularly personally align with?
Absolutely. I think the sums that billionaires are able to spend on simple, a Fabergé egg or a painting,
Absolutely.
and how much that money could solve some of the world's problems.
Sure. I think a lot of the time you'll find. I mean, we're independent journalists. I mean, I think engagement is an important part of discourse. I understand. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Just one last question. Do you believe that it's a mutually exclusive issue? Why? I'm just trying to talk. I'm literally just trying to talk. Why don't you want to talk? I'm literally right here. I'm literally just trying to talk. Do you believe mass deportations and taxing the rich are mutually exclusive issues, guys? Look, we got some interesting points. Look, police here. Can I ask why you believe that I might not be welcome? Do you think that maybe
someone wants to do a video with you, and I just thought that's a bit odd.
it is a bit?
don't
No,
mind.
I get that.
Yeah.
I think it's because of the jeans.
I'm neutral and I'm a reporter. So
I'm wearing baggy jeans, by the way,
I've
guys.
got that.
So did they try and dox you?
I did. They actually researched me, found out my name, and doxed me. And I think
Wow.
that's a personal assassination to a person.
It's dangerous.
Yeah, a person who's filming.
Yeah, it's
Or
dangerous.
floating.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah. So they ended up basically like finding out, doing research. Maybe they used like some sort of organization, even like, you know, a lot of these guys have a lot of funding as well.
They could have done. I don't really mind them doing it. It's just annoying
Yeah.
at the time, and I laughed it off because it is a laugh at the end of the day, and I just say goodbye because I don't want them to think I'm going to come up here and wind them up anymore, you know. Or
Yeah. What sort of stuff do you film then?
I'm an auditor, so I go around auditing businesses, organisations, government, council, and now I'm on the protest for the police sake, you know, to make. See what I mean? I'm only having a look.
They said go toss ourselves behind the bush at least. I brought my megaphone. I was going to try and speak if I could. Yeah, it looks to me like I'll be speaking on my own, so I might just do that now actually.